What is up, fight fans? So we have to clear the air. There's so much misinformation out there, and I really want to make sure that you guys understand what we should expect come this December. Now, without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. This is Edward, and you're watching Boxing Fanatico. All right, so I'm seeing a lot of messages being sent to me directly, a lot of messages being sent or posts being made about the Esports Boxing Club with Steel City Interactive or towards Steel City Interactive. And a lot of people are saying, wait a second, you're using placeholders instead of the actual mocap punches. Why are you doing this? The game is about to come out in December. I'm not understanding, guys. This game is about to come out in December. See, this is the thing that is confusing so many people out there that I had to make this video. I just had to make this video. Is the game releasing in December? No, but don't go crazy. Will you be able to play the game in December? Yes. Now, if when I just said that, you're just seeing a bunch of arithmetic and mathematical equations in front of your face and you don't know what's up and what's down and what I even meant by saying the game isn't coming out in December, but you'll get to play it in December. This is what I mean. Early access, guys, for PC does not mean that PC gets the game early. That's not what early access means at all. And I'm not even going to try to completely break it down to you. I'm going to just pull up the Steam page so you can see for yourself. So this is the Esports Boxing Club page right here. Steel City Interactive, release date coming soon. There is no release date, guys. Early access game. Now, I want you to understand what early access means. Get instant access and start playing. Get involved with the game as it develops. Note, this early access game is not complete and may or may not change further. If you are not excited to play this game in its current state, then you should wait to see if the game progresses further in development. And if you hit learn more, what is early access? Get immediate access to games that are being developed with the community's involvement. These are games that evolve as you play them, as you give feedback, and as the developers update and add content. We like to think of games and game development as services that grow and evolve with the involvement of customers and community. There have been a number of prominent titles that have embraced this model of development recently and found a lot of value in the process. We like to support and encourage developers who want to ship early, involve customers, and build lasting relationships that will help everyone make better games. This is the way games should be made. All right, so let's go back. And if you see right here, what the developers had to say, and we'll just look at this part right here. Why early access? Esports Boxing Club is a game that is bringing the boxing world together to deliver something for fans that has never been achieved. This mammoth project has professional boxers and institutions involved in the actual development of the title. We have developed what we feel is the most realistic looking movement system within a boxing game and are looking to enhance this and other gameplay mechanics further. Esports Boxing Club includes the WBC, ring magazines, the British Boards of Control, etc., etc. We ask for your honest feedback and would like to incorporate your ideas, suggestions into the further development of the game. Our aim is to deliver the most complete boxing game ever created. Early access will help us refine and continually develop the game for final release. Now, we're gonna jump back into this for one special thing about early access, but I need you guys to be able to frame what early access is in your mind. Early access is simply an innovative way to allow the consumer and the customer to be part of the development process. That's what early access is. It doesn't mean that you're getting it early because you have a PC. It means that you are actually involved and part of the development cycle before it actually fully releases to everyone else. So when you're doing early access, you get a bare bones type of game. Remember, they have over 60 plus fighters, multiple different things, the Esports Boxing Tournament, all of these things are part of the game. Remember that, because we're about to check out what early access is. Guys, this is just an innovative way to let us in on the development process with something that's competitive, something like boxing, where it's so technical and so many people can try to exploit the video game mechanics to try to get an upper hand, and they're trying to mitigate that as much as possible, try to figure out what's the best gauge of the stamina and gauge of the hits and stuff to that effect, and how the thing will look and what our feedback is, even about the animations. So many things. We can be giving them live feedback as they're continuously developing the game. Now, they're saying that in the first quarter, the game is scheduled to release, but they're not 100% sure, but that is what they're shooting for. Now, if you purchase it on early access, if I'm not mistaken, you purchase it at a lower price range because you're getting a not complete game that still has to be developed. However, the full game is yours once everything is complete, and you don't have to repurchase it again. So basically, you get the game at a discount at the risk of not having a good game because the game hasn't been completed yet. That's the trade-off for you doing early access. That's why that note is there from Steam. But once it launches, it will launch at full price. You don't have to pay full price or buy it at all because you already own it, and you would have that complete experience, while the person who's purchasing it will get the complete experience from day one. Now let's go ahead and look at the page, because even though it's early access, they are still making sure we get satisfactory features with this early access. And these are the features that we have. Early access currently includes, this is what it includes so far. It might add a little bit more, but what we have so far: 7 venues, 10 including the variations of each venues, probably night and days, from gyms and auditorium to large arenas and outdoor stages. 25 licensed boxers. Remember, we know that we already have 60 plus, but with early access, we will only be getting 25. Scan using the latest state-of-the-art technology by 1024. Career mode. This is beautiful. They didn't have to give us this, but they want to make sure that they refine even this. The career mode, taking your fighter from the amateurs through to becoming champion of the world. And luckily, and thank goodness, online and offline multiplayer mode. So even though you have early access, you can do couch competitions with your friends that live nearby you, and also you can go online. Now, it might not have a ranking system. It might have a ranking system for the short period that may reset by the time the full game releases. But whatever it is, you can compete with others online because they want to test this out. So it's chock full of goodies and features that you're going to be able to have fun, unlimited fun with, contingent on how good the game is going to be, which I have a feeling it's going to be very, very good. But also you can do the career mode and test that out and see what works and what doesn't, while giving continuous feedback to the development team. So when people post, man, they're doing what? They're using artificial placeholders for specific animations. Isn't this game coming out in a month? It ain't coming out in a month. We're going to get an incomplete game. Certain elements of it will be complete, but it isn't going to be 100% ready. Early access does not mean, guys, once again, to close this out, it does not mean that you are getting the game early before other people. It just means that you have access to this game early before it's released, so that you could help the developers with your feedback as a community, as the consumer, make this game what it's meant to be. Because sometimes when you're developing a game, things can slip through the cracks, especially if you're trying to develop a competitive game like Esports Boxing Club. I mean, the name is in the title, Esports. They want this thing to be serious when it comes to the competitive landscape. And one final thing that I want to show you in regards to this Steam page is when asked approximately how long will this game be in early access, they stated we plan to remain in early access for at least 3 months, which is Q1. However, this is also dependent on your feedback and ideas. We will not launch into final release until we are satisfied that the gameplay is as perfect as possible. So guys, they are letting us in. They're letting us try to make this game the perfect boxing game, or the best boxing game by far, by leaps and bounds, by providing this early access. So hopefully this clears the air, because if you don't have a PC, you really wouldn't have known this. This is something that comes with, Steam and people who've done early access before in the past, and other games. Many games have used early access, and many games are still in early access right now, because many times some of the developers want to make sure that they get it absolutely right. But the beauty is, even though we're in early access, we still get 7 venues, 25 boxers, online and offline mode, and even career mode. So I think that's more than enough things to keep me occupied and happy with the product until the final release. Hopefully they'll have a ranking system, just a low tier kind of ranking system, so we know, so there's somewhat of a leaderboard or a pound for pound list, and we know who's the best and who's not the best. Because you best believe your boy Edward will be playing that game as soon as I get my hands on the early access version. So once again, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit all notifications, because you want to get the information as soon as I drop it. Because I could assure you I'm dropping it as soon as I get it. Oh, and I almost forgot. So Joe Joyce, his 3D model was released, and they showed it, and it looks amazing. I didn't really comment so much on it because I already did a video back in August about him being in the game. He has an entire video up on YouTube, and I did commentary about that video where he's visiting 1024 and he's taking the pictures, and they're asking him who he wants in the game, and he said he wants Mike Tyson in the game. So that was already old news, but they did put up his pictures since he was about to fight. It correlated with everything. So there you go. Those are the photos, and they look absolutely stunning and absolutely in line with what I expect from Esports Boxing Club. Hopefully I gave you everything that you wanted in this video. This is Edward, and I'm out.